guys.
Evening, guys.
Evening. Welcome to Vape Talk UK episode 21, Drag Queen Special. Don't worry, don't adjust your sets. We are here. We're just not on cam at the moment. There is a good reason. We've not seen each other yet, but we're all dressed in drag for a charity. Thanks to Kelly for getting us up to the £400 mark, and yeah, we all decided we're dressed in drag for the occasion. I think it was James that instigated it.
It was.
It was me.
It was James that instigated it, wasn't it? But it was me who got pretty excited about really going for it, all four of us next week.
For some reason, your sound's gone low.
Yeah, but we are missing somebody, which is Dale the Oxtra Vapor. He does apologise, and he will be on a further show in drag, but he's kindly donated £150 to a charity of our choice for not being on the show.
Yes. Right. Without further ado, let's go along the line. We're going to start off with Grumpy.
Evening all. Shall I reveal myself in all my splendour?
Reveal.
And here we go. Tonight, I am Fifi Grumpy Trixie Bell. Good evening all. I am the Grumpy Vapor, Damon Fairhurst, aka the Grumpy Vapor. You can find me at www.thegrumpyvapor.com. That's my website. I'm also on YouTube, and you can find me there on YouTube, the Grumpy Vapor. I'm currently vaping on my Honesty Pipe from Totally Wicked, which is one of the worst mechanical mods I've ever used. But I am putting it up for tonight's prize. One of you lucky people could win this from Fifi Trixie Grumpy Vapor. I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm dripping, and I'm open.
Gerard Hayes got the best comment so far. Sweet Lord.
Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to be with you tonight.
Oh, Damon, did we tell you it's a stitch up?
If this is a stitch up, I will come to you. I'll come for you, I'll hunt you down, and I'll kill you.
Right.
Who should we go next?
You're next.
Me?
Yeah, you're next.
This guys, like, the effort level is pretty much zero.
No way. Please don't go on full screen, I can't see you.
Even sorry?
Oh, now I can see you.
Even I forgot what I look like, to be fair. I'm Pixel Vape, you can find me here.
Oh my God.
I'm currently vaping on the limit with the Haze clone and some juice. I just done.
I could turn lesbian for you, Rick.
Well, you know.
Can I ask what your name is for one night only?
Roxine.
Beautiful, Roxy. You look stunning.
I know. Right, who's next? Who's next?
James, you next.
I'll go next then. All right then.
3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh wow.
I'm so dizzy. You look like my mum.
Well, if he looks like your mum, I want to go with your mum.
Oh my God.
Oh.
There you go. Go on, James. Get on with it.
Yeah, I'm me. You can find me there or somewhere, and then I'm vaping on this.
Which fits nicely in your purse.
I tell you what. Look at the size of that compared to the IPV. That is dinky. Look at that.
I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take anybody seriously tonight.
I feel rough now.
Come
No, my
on,
mum
Tom.
doesn't need a shave. Right, Tom.
All right, guys.
Hang on, is that Abby?
I'm Big Tom.
Nora Batty.
Catch me here. I'm vaping on the BWM. I've still got a fucking beard because I'm doing it right. And I'm vaping some juice, but yeah. I feel really fucking awkward.
What's Damon doing?
Just adjusting myself.
I've even got my beautiful clips in. I'm ready for the night.
That is an amazing wig. I wish, I just got his, like, it's conquest, really, Tom.
Wow.
I swear there's some people that look like us in the chat. Like IRL. Tom, you look like your sis.
But I'm actually, I am actually wearing a dress.
I'm wearing a dress. Would you like to see a full body shot?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Just hang on, let's see if we can sort this out.
He's just setting himself up. Where's he going?
Let's have a full look.
Oh my god.
That figure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Somebody is way too comfortable.
Way too comfortable with this shit, yeah.
I'll tell you what, these wearing a bra's a nightmare. These straps are really hard. Yeah, and there are tits in there.
Wow, you've got your top off.
Well, you know.
On tonight's agenda, Rick.
Do you know what? James has got the agenda.
Have I? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about vapey stuff tonight. Yeah, things to do with vape and all things vape. Yeah, over to you, Rick.
I don't know who Dino Knight is referring to, but he's saying, bloody hell, he looks like the chick from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it must be James.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Is he
The
talking
Khaleesi.
about Danny?
The
Daenerys
Khaleesi.
Targaryen.
Daenerys, yeah.
Well, at least we've done this for a good cause, eh, guys.
Oh dear God. Yeah, but the money's already been paid. We didn't have to do this.
Yeah, but you're actually enjoying yourself, though, aren't you?
I can't really say. Yes, it's my Mrs. Bra, Chris.
It is for good cause, but also they asked the fund is still open, isn't it?
The outcome's brilliant.
Yeah, the fund is still open as well.
Oh, the fund is still open. Yeah, so if you've enjoyed what you've seen, I wouldn't probably put it that way, but yeah.
Can we put a link up in chat?
I'll be doing a webcam chat later on. You can bid on if you want. Yeah. Special ones.
We got someone on the Vapors TV link saying what you were wearing dresses for. It was basically a charity raffle that we done last week. We said if we get up to £400, we'll all come on and drag. So we're all on in drag.
Men of our words or women of our words.
Can we just? Is it okay if we go through what e-liquid we're vaping and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do shameless plugs, yeah, go for it.
Fuck off, Tom. I thought we did shameless plugs for e-liquid every episode.
Yeah, it's true. True, darling. It's very true.
There you go. Chris has posted a link in the chat. And Kelly.
We've got a straw tonight.
Oh my God. Yeah, what are you vaping on then, Damon?
Okay, so tonight I'm vaping on. Well, you know, last week I mentioned that I got some e-liquid in from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've actually cracked that open now. It's called Fiction Troops. I'm not even on camera. I can't see myself.
Yeah,
It's
you're
called
fine.
Fiction Troops. from Malaysia. And I've got Carpathian Fountain. Tonight I can actually read the labels as well. I've got Carpathian Fountain from Fiction Troops. And I've also got a custard from Fiction Troops as well. Now, both of these e-liquids are really, really good. One's like a fruity, yogurty vape with a cooling effect that I'm into at the moment. It's got a bit of colada in it, so it gives you a nice cooling effect, even though you get a warm vape off it. The custard has got a bit of a cinnamon back note to it, and that's quite nice as well. Now, if you want, you can order them from Malaysia, and it comes to about 20 quid for 30 mils, including delivery. So if you've ever fancied trying something a bit out of the ordinary, something which is very much not your usual custard, then yeah, they're really, really good. I also found a minute amount of Lee Godson's Fall Streak as well, which is a great high VG line. And as usual, I'm also vaping on Adrian's Bucky's juice from Bee Juice, tobacco. Yeah, really, really good. Really, really good tobacco fusions.
Well, I'm actually vaping on a mix. I buy my concentrates from Vape Domain, and I've got Huckleberry Hound with fireballs and a little bit of the Sticker Rock, and I've made that out to 100 ml, and it's actually really tasty. It's nice. It's a nice change because I've been hammering Dale's jam donut recently.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was nice.
Metaphorically.
Yeah. So it's a nice change to have something a bit sort of mentally fruity, you know, just to cleanse the palate slightly.
There you go.
Jolly good.
Let's go back to Dale's jam donut. How did it taste?
Well, carry on.
Yeah.
Jammy.
I do like a bit of jam.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, we're back to Gammy Todgers again.
Shall I go next?
Yes.
Rogers.
All right. I am on the IPv3 10%, and I've got some Suicide Bunny Mother's Milk, which is damn tasty. And then I
just noticed you're in the boudoir as well.
I am in the boudoir, yes, for my webcam later. My little fundraising. Anyway. And then in the Kennedy, I have got some cereal All Day by Bordeaux 2. It's from their new range, and it tastes just like Crunchy Nut cornflakes.
Right. I'd just like to say, guys, if you just tuned in, this is Babe Station, and
UK.
And
Yeah.
the view counts, the viewers is just going up and up and up and up, and I don't know why.
It's me.
And you call people tabloid reviewers, eh?
Wow.
Right. And then in this little Vamo box, this Kang from Kangside, it's a 25-watt little mini thing. I've got some from Button Junkie, some Culture Punch. There's it.
Nice.
Very good. Tom,
Yo,
what are you vaping on?
I'm vaping on the regular, good old Goblin Juice, which I've nearly fucking finished. Would you like to see the bottle?
Goblin takes on a whole new dimension now, doesn't it?
I got the Goblin Juice that I got, not the Gobble Juice, the Goblin Juice. I got this maybe a week and a half ago, and that's 500 ml, nearly gone.
Gee whiz. Must be good.
So, what have you been vaping instead? Because
What?
you hammered a shit ton of that. You hammered like 250 mil within the first couple of days. So what?
I've been doing 40 ml, 45 ml a day.
Blimey.
45 mil?
A day.
And in Atlantis.
In my Atlantis. In my Shalantis.
Shatlantis, we're doing that, are we?
Yeah, I'm coming on today's Mrs. Slut Drop.
Go on, Tom, just back off a bit and give us a slut drop.
I want to see a slut drop now.
You can fuck off.
You were asking me to twerk last week. If somebody puts 50 quid in Millie's fund tonight, I will twerk.
You're all slags. I'm a granny tonight. Do you know what I mean? I'm a respectable woman.
Hey, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's a cardigan.
It's a cardigan.
Okay, so Damon's going to twerk if someone chucks 50 quid in the fund.
I absolutely will, and I'll lift my dress up to do it.
Just to let you all know, the clothes that Damon is wearing is usually in his wardrobe.
I haven't got to answer this week. This is high-end shit.
You elitist bitch.
Is that fur you're wearing as well?
Yeah, I put my fur on because it's getting a bit chilly around my shoulders, under my armpits, you know. Got to keep warm. Winter's drawing in. Winter is coming, as Danny would say.
Yeah. Fucking dragons.
Oh dear God. Well,
there you go.
Okay, so that's the show over with then, because we've got no more content.
Tom looks like he's in an emo band. Cheers.
it was just basically, everybody's concentrating on what they're going to wear in drag, and I can tell you the first sort of 10 minutes leading up to going live, there's just lots of nervous giggling going on.
Well, I wasn't nervous giggling so much. I'm pretty confident with the way I look.
Why do I look like Vicky Pollard? Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
Oh dear. So, are we going to talk a bit about
Well, CLP compliance.
CLP compliance?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, CLP compliance. Yeah. It needs to be talked about, doesn't it?
I think it does. It's because there's a lot of confusion in there still. A lot of confusion. Some people say you look so good like that, Dave.
my bra strap keeps coming down.
Latifah Pixel.
Come on, James, get the serious stuff out of the way.
Yeah, so there's a lot of confusion still, isn't there, about CLP, and people saying, well, you don't need to put anything on for any liquids underneath 25 milligram. But the thing is, you still do. It has to be labelled in a certain way, and it has to have certain information on. And it needs to be addressed because there's a lot of people going around saying, oh yeah, I don't need to put it on there because I'm under 25 milligrams. So I'm just going to dig out the website and see and read exactly what needs to be on there. The actual compliance is also being reviewed as well as we speak, I think. Let me just dig this out and have a chat amongst ourselves.
Do you know what? It's I've been speaking to a few well-known e-liquid manufacturers this week about CLP compliancy, and even they don't know. And I'm not going to name check any of them, but because that would be absolutely remiss and wrong. But the information is there, James, isn't it? But there is a lot of confusion about it.
The actual the people that are putting most of the information out there are Receiver, and they are they've listed it all exactly as you'd want it to be. They're giving you all the information on there, so if anybody needs to actually read the information what needs to be on there, I think the only thing that doesn't need to be on there because it's under 25 milligrams is the warning signs. But I'm just digging it out now, so bear with me a sec. Internet's slow.
Daniel Worsley says, is there any templates anywhere so it could be shared with vendors that don't know about it?
Yeah, well,
you go to aceta.org.uk, it's all on there.
I mean, I'm not knocking Aceta here, but they do charge how much now? £2,800 a month for membership.
Yeah, for membership. But the information, the relevant information, you don't need to be a member. You can just read it. Right.
But where have Aceta got their information from?
I think they've got it from the European Chemical Hazards Agency, I think.
Right.
ECHA, I think.
Yeah.
What's it called? CLP. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, so it is being, here we go. It's under question 7 in the classification of label and packaging. And it basically says that if it's under 25 milligrams, it still needs to have these on there. It needs to have the heading caution, keep out of the reach of children. It needs to have the text on there only for use with electronic cigarettes. Seek medical advice if unwell. Also needs to have the traces on there as well. And this is the important part. It has to have a batch number on there, and it has to have a best before end date. And it must also have traceability. So there must be contact details of the company that is either vending it out, distributing it, or the manufacturers.
Batch dates.
And it needs to be in horizontal text as well. And so that's, really, that's not far off being fully CLP compliant, minus the logos that need to be on there.
What about batch dates?
Yeah, needs to have a batch. Needs to have a batch number on there as well. Best before end date. I don't know. It doesn't say born date, but it has to have a best before end date on there.
Regarding the batch dates as well, is you also need to keep a 5 ml sample as well, obviously for batches to be checked if there is an issue with batches.
Yeah.
That's what manufacturers need to do. Keep batch numbers with a 5 ml sample of that batch, so you can actually register with the batch. So, for instance, you do a 10-litre batch, and you've got a 5 ml sample of that batch. It can be tested at any point because you've got the batch number and everything registered to that actual sample.
Yeah.
So if anything does fuck up, like anybody does get poorly or anything like that, it can be tested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom just looks normal when he's.
Not normal.
I think it doesn't say anything about tamper-proof seals, child-proof caps. But I would have thought that as a professional, if you're a liquid maker and you want to be as professional as possible, you're going to get that lot on there anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to get tamper-proof seals. You're going to get you're going to get child-proof caps. And I think also responsibly, you need to have tactile triangles in them as well.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I don't think. No, sorry. I don't think you do need to have tactile triangles on the label anymore for compliancy anyway.
Yeah.
But I think people are moving towards putting the triangle on the lid on top instead, aren't they?
Yeah.
What else was I going to... No, I can't remember what I was going to say there now. Sorry. Go on, move on.
So I mean, in my point of view, is the more professional you get your labels, the more bases you're covering with your labels, then the more professional that vaping looks, and the better it looks as an industry in the whole. I think if you just put in basic information, a lot of the US labels are so basic, it just shows a bit of unprofessionality, really, doesn't it?
I mean, Chris is asking, does this only apply to liquid 24 milligram and above?
No.
No. What we're talking about is liquids under 25 milligrams. What needs to be on there?
No, because there's a mix-up, because it's not actually 24 or 25 milligram. It's a percentage.
So that's still 25 milligrams. 2.5%.
Yeah, 2.5% is 25 milligrams.
It's not. That's why I wanted to get Dale on today, because Dale's actually looking at the fact is that it's actually a percentage, and 25 milligram is not the percentage. I believe 3 milligram is 4.1%, which is more than 2.5. But we are just in the middle of clarifying the fact that it's a percentage rather than a milligram, because it's totally different.
3 milligrams, 0.3%.
It's not. It goes off 72 milligrams, so it's actually in a 3 milligram mix. It's actually, I think it's 4.1 milligram or 4.22 milligram. But we are clarifying this with Dale, because I am going through some stuff, because it's a percentage, not actually the milligram rating. Just because it says 3% milligram does not mean it's actually 3%. It
depends. It depends on the size of the e-liquid bottle. As well.
It's the nicotine strength, because obviously now you have to put the nicotine strength batch number on there. You have to put the nicotine. It's usually 72 milligram. As I say, I'm not keyed up on this as much as we are. It's we need to get somebody like Dale, who is a liquid manufacturer that is delved into this and is really, really involved. That is why I'm missing Dale tonight, because obviously I have discussed this off camera with Dale regarding the percentage of 2.5.
No, it is. Yeah, no, 25 milligrams is 2.5%, and then 3 milligrams is 0.3.
It is.
6 milligrams is 0.6.
Yeah.
If Dale's in chat, will you mention something about this, Dale, please?
Rick's definitely right, I think, with that.
Well, Dale's just said no, it doesn't.
Right, that's what I mean. I want Dale to explain it. It's
Anyway,
a percentage.
Melanie said, I replied to someone saying that if you don't need the 18 sign, hey, sorry.
Basically, it's a legislation.
18 sign is required. Yeah,
18 is required.
I know it's like really, really silly things like the poison sign needs to be exactly. This is a silly thing. 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
Minimum.
But not for liquids under 2.5% nicotine. There doesn't need to be any labelling of that on there at all. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go to let me just type this in. Actually, no, it's too fucking long to type in. If you go to aceta.org.uk, and if you just search for CLP and you're looking for question 7, and that will give you all the information that Aceta has put on there about CLP, and it does say in bold that it's currently under review and may change in the future. And that's for 2.5% liquid. So it may change in the future.
Yeah.
It might actually go to be fully CLP compliant, leaving the logos on, etc.
Yeah, so, I mean, whilst you're on the ball at the moment, you might as well get it all done and ready.
Yeah, it like saying earlier on, it just looks like the industry is taking itself seriously and putting professional steps on there, and, okay, maybe drinking a bit of 3 milligram e-liquid is going to do you no harm at all because of the nicotine content, but it's showing that we're taking things responsibly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If we just say, fuck the CLP, you don't need CLP, fuck it, then it's just quite an irresponsible attitude, isn't it, really?
It's an irresponsible attitude, absolutely, and it's something that some YouTube commentators are not taking seriously, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to delve into that massively, but that's their opinion, and if they don't want to talk about it and they don't want to do it, don't mention it at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you feel other people are saying things wrong, don't come out. We don't want to hear your. People might want to hear your opinion, but the people that are running through it, we're just saying what we believe. And if you don't like what we're saying, don't go and bury your head in a hatchet and try to say that we're talking absolute shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean it's in black and white from the people that that help the industry conform to regulations, etc. They put it in black and white, so you can't really argue with it. Daniel Worsley has just put on chat. He's put on.
Right, here you go. Dale's put on chat. So it says if you put 2.5% of 72 milligram nicotine into a mix, for example, 2.5% of 100 mil will be 2.5 milligram. 2.5 milligram of milliliters of nicotine is 100% mix. Would you get final 100 mil? So right. I don't read that out for me, Rick. I don't get it.
1 point. Basically, people were talking about percentages and stuff like that, and someone said it's 2.5 mil is 2.5 milligrams or something like that if you put 2.5 mil in it. But regardless, a percentage is a percentage. So if you want a 0.3 milligram, basically you put in. If you want a 3 milligram, you put in 0.3% nicotine to the overall content of the bottle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and if you want a 25 milligram, then you put in the right amount to get 2.5% of the total mix.
So 3 milligram would be 3% of
0.3% of the total mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's not exact. If that is the case, that the milliliters or percentage doesn't marry up with the milligrams, and that makes things even more confusing, doesn't it? Because if they're doing all their wording on, and the European Council are doing their wording on milligrams.
Hang on, Dale's saying neither. Fuck's sake, Dale, why don't you just come in?
Yeah, Dale, come on.
Yeah, Dale, even if you're not on drag, come in and tell us.
Just spend 5 minutes with us, just to clarify what you think the position is from an e-liquid maker. That'd be cool.
You get because you get a lot of US blends coming in, and they're not marked as milligrams; they're marked as percentage, aren't they?
Well, totally wicked mark all theirs in percentages. So I'm thinking as Totally Wicked's appeal is coming up, and that's possibly a link for us moving forward. That if Totally Wicked are putting their milligram percentage in percentages rather than everybody should be doing that.
Yeah.
let's ride on Totally Wicked's coattails, because they're the force in Europe that'll help us get through, maybe, TPD.
So good jobs you guys don't work in a chemist. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're not chemists.
You're not chemists.
But it is, I mean, even Dale's come on and now said he's confused as well. So it does make it, you know, it's not exactly clarity. I always thought that 0.6% was 6 milligrams. 0.3%
6 milligrams.
was 3 milligrams. That's the way I always took it.
But the thing is, you're starting out, your nicotine mix is going to be 72%.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, but,
so you need to work it from that.
I think it's the final mix of the percentage of actual nicotine per milliliter. So it's not what you're mixing in, but it's the actual final output of the percentage of nicotine. In fact, if anybody's got a steam engine there, haven't they got a mixing calculator on there?
Well, the way to look at it is you're starting at 72 milligram, right? If you wanted 36 milligram liquid and you've got 50 milligram VG, right, 50%, you put in 50% in and you end up with 36 milligram liquid. Get it?
That is good maths.
Yeah, so I want a 36 milligram juice. I've got 50 mil of Doobry VG. I put in 50 mil of the 72% nicotine, and that gives me 36.
Right. Okay, I've got it worked out here. So 2.7%. And I'm just going to see if it's on the steam engine now. If I do milligrams, yeah, it is exactly that. It is 0.3% is 3 milligrams.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's off 100% though, isn't it? 100%.
No, that is. I'm doing it off steam engine. It's
is that 72?
You either do it in percentage or in milligrams. So I'm doing it in both, and it comes out exactly the same. 3 milligrams is 0.3%. So,
but how many milliliters is that?
it doesn't matter, does it?
Oh.
It doesn't matter. 1,000, a million, it doesn't matter.
Like we said, we're not chemists. There are people that think they are chemists and have chemistry degrees and stuff, but we're not.
Let's face it, we're never going to be going cooking crystal meth, are we, like Walter White?
I don't know, look at Tom.
2.5%, which is the cutoff. The cutoff of where the Aceta is saying is 25 milligrams in strength. There you go. It's in black and white. Go on Steam Engine, check it yourself. They've got the calculator.
So Chris Harrison says, my point was, if everyone is so confused about CLP, is it right to have a go slag vendors who don't comply at the minute?
Nobody's slagging anybody off. What we're saying is this is what's advised. So this is what should have. This is what you've been told you should have on your labels. End of story. If you haven't got on there, why haven't you got it on there?
Yeah, I mean the labelling thing for most of it. Is pretty. It isn't that difficult to understand. The milligram versus percentage thing obviously is, but you know, most of the labelling is fairly straightforward now. And I think James is right. We're not slagging off anybody. We're just trying to help, really, aren't we?
David, you looked so camp when you done that.
What did you expect me to look like apart from camp?
But so, no, yeah, CLP is mainly on the labels, not the mix.
Chris Harrison, it's
You have
not
to put the mix
advised,
on there.
it should. If you go to a CETA, it says this is what you should have on your labels. Not advised, this is what you should have. What we are doing is we are advising people to say this is what you should have on there. It's not slagging people off, it's not being derogatory, but it's written in black and white. This is what you should have on your labels. Therefore, if you haven't, why haven't you?
And the majority of the labels now that everybody's saying they're not CLP compliant are imports, and this is where the importing is getting, you know, a lot of the UK companies are trying their hardest to understand the CLP, but then when you get an American import bottle and they've not even, you know, whoever's imported it's not even tried to explain it and saying how the bottles need to be. Remember, they are being sold in the UK, so they need to be CLP compliant.
Yeah, you're right there, Tom. I mean, I was mentioning that Malaysian e-liquid company before, and the labelling is just definitely not CLP compliant at all. But you know, they'll know if they want to export their liquids to the UK in future. I'll help them and try and make them aware of it as best I can.
So basically, going back to the nicotine thing, everybody's fucking confused.
No, it's not, because I just explained it. If you go on Steam Engine, it's not confusing at all. Go on Steam Engine, type it in yourself.
James, I think we're all a little confused tonight.
No, I'm very comfortable with my sexuality.
That was a long silence.
No, so I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too, sorry.
Pete said 0.3% is the concentration of nic in however much juice you have. 3 milligram is the concentration of nic in just 1 mil of juice.
Or 10 mils of juice.
Or 10.
We're getting bogged down a bit on the bottle size here. I mean, moving forwards, next year it's more likely to be 10 mil anyway.
I think, Chris, I think you're getting a little bit confused, Chris Harrison, because it's not 25 milligrams or above. We're talking about 25 milligrams or below. What they have written on there, you must have for 25 milligrams or below. So, you know, 25 milligrams or above, then you need even higher stringent labels on there. Below, you only need the information that we put on there.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that was a lot of confusion.
Yeah, it's like, because obviously, as you say, we're just regular people. We don't work in this industry, so we're only seeing how we perceive the CLP. So, however we see it, so might be someone else might receive it totally different. So, unless somebody comes out who's within, say, the HSE and says, this is how it does, this is how it's meant to be, that's how it's meant to be, rather than having it in fucking black writing and just a data sheet, if somebody come out and spoke on camera and said, right guys, this is how it's going to be, that's how it's got to be, who's a representative of the HSE, I think it'd work a lot better.
Yeah, we're not chemists, we're not mixologists, we're not scientists in any way, apart from the science of looking fucking beautiful.
Of course.
Damon's. So you know, we can only, like Tom said, we can only say how we perceive it. We're not.
It's not about perceiving, though, is it? Because it's written in black and white.
No, I'm on that nicotine thing.
So how can you perceive something?
I'm on about nicotine.
What's written in black and white?
Yeah, it's not that. It's regarding what's written in black and white. What we're saying is the labels. Yeah, we understand the labels, but I think even though it is written in black and white about obviously the nicotine strengths and stuff like that, we're still getting a little bit confused on what it actually means. What is the difference? They're not actually stating, yeah, it means this, yes, it means that. Yes, it is written in black and white, but people are perceiving it in totally different wrong lights.
Yeah, seems that's the case. Seems that the case.
I don't understand that. I don't understand how, though. I don't understand how that people can perceive it in a different way when it says you should have this written on your label. How can people perceive it differently?
James, there's a lot of e-liquid makers out there that not at the top end, not at the totally wicked e-cig wizard end, but a bit lower down, that perceive e-citer or e-citer to be another big business, as they charge £2,800 a month for membership.
Yeah, but they've only taken off. If you go, I've actually got the document on the laptop. I've got the document from the European Council, and they have just taken it word for word. It is word for word what they put on there about CLP compliances. So,
okay.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not the European government that puts CLP compliance in place. It's HSE.
Yes, it is.
It's HSE.
No, it's not. It's European Chemical Hazard Agency. HSE. They have to do what they say because we're under EU law.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's where the confusion is coming from as well.
Anyway, so moving on to a more light-hearted story. We're pimping Damon out tonight.
Well, I'm a high-end hooker, so I mean, I'm not taking anything less than 5,000.
5,000
Repeats.
Rupees. Wow. Expensive date. Fucking hair everywhere.
Yeah, same here, mate.
I haven't felt this way since I was 19.
What in drag? Moving on to Dacetyl, John Abbott put.
Oh God. Oh my gosh.
Hang on. Nina Bates said sorry to go off subject, but this kind of reminds me of an episode of Loose Women.
Can't argue with that, really.
I disagree with that. Yeah.
We are loose. Remember Slack Fanny?
Andy Cross says,
Are we talking about Dacetyl?
Like Rick said, until HSE come out and say exactly what is needed and a product template can be adopted, there's... Now he's gone. There's going to be confusion everywhere, basically.
There is, because there isn't a template anywhere. But we're talking about Dacetyl.
Oh yeah, well, we're moving on. Sorry.
Yeah, you can hit that if you want.
Are we talking about Dacetyl?
Go for it.
I'd rather not give that video any more publicity.
Can I make one statement then we can move on?
Yep.
One statement. This is one statement. The exact words of somebody who released a video about Dacetyl. The words were, "I don't know any people or any reports of people dying from inhaling Dacetyl. What about the millions and millions of people who die from lung cancer, cancer of the jaw, cancer of the throat, COPD, from inhaling Dacetyl from cigarettes?"
That particular person, was way off base with that, Tom, because popcorn lung, or bronchiolitis obliterans, if you want to use the Latin, is never, ever given a diagnosis within smokers. You need a lung biopsy to be able to diagnose bronchiolitis obliterans, and it always comes under the COPD banner.
Yep. And people die from COPD day after day after day.
Day after day. So popcorn lung, bronchiolitis obliterans has never ever been diagnosed in a human, but COPD is by probably the hundreds, day after day, the thousands across the world. But yeah, that was the first fact that was the first fact from 5 minutes research in that person's own words. He has done the industry a great disservice in trying to big up his channel, in my opinion. And some of his research from 5 or 10 minutes leaves a lot lacking, in my opinion.
I'd like to mention as well, though, is if diacetyl doesn't do anything, why the fuck are we not smoking cigarettes? If it doesn't do anything to you and it doesn't cause you any harm, why are we not smoking? Why are we vaping?
Well, it's not just diacetyl in cigarettes, is it? It's the...
It's all the other shit, but why would you come away from something that could possibly, with other compounds, make COPD or give you cancer, and then put it into something else that you're going to then inhale? Why would you remove yourself from smoking to jump back onto diacetyl when it does exactly the same, when it could do exactly the same in vaping?
Well, yeah, absolutely. We all got into this, first of all. I'm speaking for everybody here, but we all got into this initially for damage limitation, didn't we?
Yeah.
And for reasons of safety.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, you know, Dr. Farsalinos, is on record and has spoken to me about it and has said any company that puts diacetyl into, or knowingly has diacetyl in their e-liquid, is making a grave mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I think from my personal opinion, for me, I really don't care what people vape. I don't care. I'm not anti-diacetyl. I'm not pro-diacetyl. It's your choice, but it needs to be an educated choice and an informed choice.
Correct.
If vendors are not getting their liquids tested, manufacturers are not getting their liquids tested, and it turns out in 10 years' time that people are keeling over left, right, and centre. We're going to look right mugs, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that every person that makes liquids should get the liquids tested so that people will know what's in it or what's not in it, and then we can make the educated choice as to whether we vape it or not. But to say don't bother getting your liquids tested, it's ridiculous, because there is a very, very distinct possibility that it may cause harm in the future.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you get tested then?
Yeah,
it's in its infancy, exactly. We are, as an industry, are in the infancy. We do not have the regulations and we do not have the structure where it is being tested over a long time, if that's what it's going to do. So why in the first place would you do that? You understand? Eradicate that issue before we actually see it moving forward, where they could turn around and go, oh, hold on a minute, it actually does do something to you. So you would eradicate that before even going through the long history of testing.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, yeah, like James said, it's as long as people can make an informed decision. If you want to vape it, and people say it tastes bloody great, if you want to vape it, you vape it, but don't tell fucking everybody not to worry about it.
No, definitely don't do that.
Especially when you're a peer in your community, and all your followers are going to sort of, kiss your ass.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been into that person's group this week and have debated the issue with that person's following, and 50% of them absolutely followed him like, I don't know.
The Pied Piper.
Yeah, something like the Pied Piper, yeah. But actually, 50% of them were fairly, lateral thinking outside of the box, intelligent folk who actually said, yeah, this shouldn't be buried away, whether it gets into the mass media or not. This is something very, very important for vaping and for safety. And moving forward, it should be highlighted so we can sort it out. And very irresponsible.
Especially when a lot of your followers take your word as gospel as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, my dad was in my group and he said, "Core, blimey, that person's a really good communicator. And I hate to Godwin this, but so was Hitler."
Was it Jivan? People said, how do you know if an e-liquid has diacetyl in it? Will it say in the bottle? Well, that's the point we're trying to put across. It should say on the bottle.
Or at the very least on the website. And if they haven't been tested, then you need to put that. My recommendations are, if your liquids have been tested, put it on the website, put the results on the website. If they haven't been tested, put that they haven't been tested in there, so that people can make an informed decision as to whether they spend their money on those liquids.
Yeah, you're right, James. Look, I made a really big deal about this on my website through the 5 Pawns thing and the Vapor Shark furore. Vapor Shark were brave enough to have every one of their 50-odd juices, 50-odd lines tested. And you can only be informed and educated if you have the data there at hand to look at. And by all means, if you want to look at that data and see that acetyl propanol is in 1,800 parts per million in beard vape, and you still want to vape that, then absolutely fine. You've got that information there at hand. You can make an educated choice and decision yourself.
Yeah. And that's it. And then you take responsibility for your own vaping. And if this is the if you do get ill from it, then you know that you made that choice and you were informed about that choice. What we don't want is millions of vapors in 10 years, 5 years' time becoming ill because they weren't informed, they didn't have that information to hand, they couldn't make that decision. And that's pretty scary, really.
It is. But, sorry, I just want to go on something a little bit lighter now. Are we done with this?
Yeah.
Do you think we're finished with it?
Never be finished with it, but you know.
We'll never be finished with it, and unfortunately, it needs to keep being highlighted. But yeah, I've said my piece.
Well, Phil Reeves just said, but what is the safe parts per million?
Dale knows the answer to that one.
Trace amounts less than 5 parts per million, diacetyl.
Yeah.
Trace amounts less than 5 parts per million, diacetyl.
So for Dale says for AP and for acetylene, as yet, we don't know safe parts of that yet.
No, we don't. And with regards to acetonin, it's not known whether that catalyses in the lungs in the same way as diacetyl either.
Yeah. You see, the thing to think about is this is a new way of these chemicals getting in your system. Before it used to be, the popcorn factory, so a dry compound. It wasn't vaporized. In cigarettes, it was burnt, combusted. It wasn't vaporized. Now it's being vaporized. We don't know what vaporized diacetyl is going to do to us.
Yeah, but what about like colorings in juice? I've had a discussion with Dale, and the colouring in juice also mix, I believe it's titanium oxide, and that also is released in colourings in juices, and a lot of companies do put colourings in juice. Yeah. It was removed by, I believe Cutwood was the first people to start removing the colouring because of the titanium oxide being released inside the vape.
I don't agree with any colouring in it.
Because at the end of the day, there's a difference, because obviously when you're vaping it, you're turning it into a gas, and we don't know what it is doing, like diacetyl. We don't know what it's going to do, turning it into a gas.
Well, yeah. An aerosol, yeah. Colouring shouldn't be in juice, full stop. It's utterly cosmetic, and just shouldn't be in there, full stop. Why do we need colouring in juice? Just so it matches your tank?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the age-old principle: if it doesn't need to be in there, why put it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is exactly Dr. Farsalinos' line, James. If it doesn't need to be in there, why should it be in there? And juice manufacturers like Digby's, Manabush, Colonel Boom, they've all released their reports, and they only have trace amounts of diacetyl and AP, and they are proud to put the reports out there as British companies and say this is what we do. But they don't have DA and AP in there, but they still make bloody tasty juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's some. I mean, there's a lot of US companies as well, which are very proud to fly the flag of having their liquids tested, and they produce the MSDS documents to prove it, and they are really, really tasty, good bakery flavours. It's not a necessity, is it?
It doesn't seem to be now. No, and yeah, another thing is though that GCMS testing needs to be standardised across the world. The labs need to be standardised across the world, and that's why we're getting different reports on the same juice from different laboratories.
Yes.
The whole thing needs to be standardised.
Because it's like the States, they have a total different safe rating to we do have in the UK, and a lot of people, known faces, like to go off American stats rather than the UK.
Yeah.
You need to go off where we actually live, where we actually, consume the liquid. It's made in this country, so it needs to be done in that sort of form where it's made in our country, not anybody else's. We need to be in line with ours. At the end of the day, the reason we're talking about this is because we don't want future action. It's to stop it now before there is actually research and prove that stuff like this does happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not scaremongering.
Darren Stone says it should be on the bottle if you buy it from a B&M. And it should be on the bottle too. Contains X amount of, but it's never going to happen, that, is it?
No.
He also says it depends on the colouring, doesn't it? Well, I don't know that. I'm not a chemist again, but I guess there are inert colourings that don't do any damage, but.
As far as we know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have. It just seems that a lot of people have come into vaping, and we've had this 95% safer than smoking. So it's a lot of people have gone, fuck it then. I don't care if it's got shitting because it's 95% safer than smoking. Yeah, but that 5% could be the stuff that kills you.
Yeah, that 95% could change very quickly to 15%, or yeah. But again, we're going back to, as somebody said, a tabloid reviewer to me the other day, and they hit the nail on the head perfectly. It makes me cringe. It makes me worry that person has so much backing in the community for misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on to a more serious question here, guys. Seriously, who makes the prettiest lady?
Oh, yeah.
We got this live in the Facebook group. There's a tick box thing. We got Tom, me, James, or Damon. Tom is currently winning with 2 votes.
Get in!
You are fucking kidding.
Get in!
Go on to
we're going back to subscriber count here again, aren't we?
So go on to Vape Talk UK Facebook group and vote for who makes the prettiest woman. Tom's winning with 2. I've got 1. James has got 1. Damon's got none.
Oh my god! No twerking then.
Basically, yeah, but Damon, I think what they're saying is you still look like the guy at a coach trip, just with a wig.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm glad you
I've
agreed
got a
with
much better person. Do you know what? I'm going to vote for myself. Fuck you all.
I'll vote for myself then.
Yeah. +1.
There we go. Oh, Damon, you just shot up, haven't you?
I am
I'm
shot
not
up.
literally.
He's got his family voting for him.
Oh, look. Yeah, look at that. What I am going to hint on now is the giveaway.
Ooh, giveaway.
Yeah, let's hint on the giveaway. Basically,
Remember my pipe.
who's your pipe for?
Well,
Okay, see you then.
the pipe's the booby prize this week, isn't
Bomb,
it?
what the fuck are you doing, Bomb?
It's an Odyssey pipe from Totally Wicked. This baby's worth £80 sterling. Does not come with a sub tank attached. But yeah, that's in the prize draw as well.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so we got that. What else have we got? What did Dale say he's giving away?
He's giving away the Limitless RDA.
The Limitless RDA. That's like £70 worth.
Boom.
Yeah.
And I'm also giving away. Look at that little bag. It's like a little swag bag.
Swag bag.
And it is, oh, look at that beauty.
It is the slag bag today, soon as you're dressed as a big
Slag
slag.
bag. It is a genuine copper nemesis worth about 140 quid. So we got that. We got the I'm going to put it back in its bag because I don't like to touch it because otherwise the copper goes all funny. Get back in. So we've got that. We've got the Limitless, and we've got the weird fucking pipe. Basically, yeah. So what's the competition, guys?
Competition?
Yeah, the competition to win all this swag.
Yeah, I think the competition was what are we all dressed as?
Yes, and we're gonna put it on the Vape Talk UK competition page. It'll be up about 5-10 minutes after the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically you could win the genuine copper nemesis, the Limitless RDA, and the pipe.
And the reason we're giving it all away is because we have the VT UK subscriber count on the YouTube channel has hit 1,000 subs.
Hey!
Just a little bit of a celebration.
Damon's absolutely smashing it. He's got 8 fucking likes. What a cunt.
Woo! Come on, guys.
We've had R. Kelly coming on Vapers TV.
Grumpy
So
Trixie Bell for loveliest ladyboy.
can't even get a word in fucking edgeways, can you?
Yeah, but Damon, you haven't put let everybody know that your wig contains diacetyl, so.
It contains diacetyl, AP, acetonin, and pink food colouring. Guys, vote for me. I'll send you out samples of this wig to vape on. I will steep it correctly in VG high cloud formulation. We'll say hi VG, and yeah, come on, vote for me.
And we also have R. Kelly said in the chat and Vapers TV said, "Is this real?" Yes, it's very much real. You are believing what you are seeing. You're not on a trip.
You are not on LSD. He's more likely.
Ricky Minaj.
Hey-ho, really, isn't it?
Ricky Minaj.
I don't think that's very funny.
Ricky
Your bra's coming down, slut.
You gonna slut drop for us, Tom, or what?
I might fuck.
Why not?
Because you're the slut in here.
Thinking about it, I should have padded these out a bit more. I know I don't need it too much, but look.
Is it a maternity bra?
No, it's fucking not, which is why I've had to put two hair clips on the back so it just stays in place. Yeah. So it's very uncomfortable, but you know I sort of get what women talk about when they say they have to wear a bra. Do you know what my solution is?
What's that?
Don't wear a fucking bra.
Yeah.
What's that gardener? That gardener that never used to wear a bra.
Charlie Dimmock.
That's the one. Yeah, just let them bang about.
And I will twerk before 9:30.
Someone wants to know why James looks like Gandalf.
You
will not pass.
John Abbott said, "Is this on Vapers TV as well?" Yes, it's being streamed from here onto Vapers TV.
Yes.
Oh yes, darling.
Yeah. So I think we need to mention about the Article 20 legal challenge a little bit. They have a date to go to court, which is October the 1st. So I think if you haven't signed it, now's the time. They're getting very, very close to 50,000 subs signatures at the moment.
Squeaky bum time.
Wow.
I spoke to Rachel on Friday, the community manager at Totally Wicked. Hello, James's wife.
Oh yeah. I'm not his wife.
I spoke to Rachel at Totally Wicked on I spoke to Rachel at Totally Wicked on Friday, just because I'd had a few PMs and emails about how long we may have to wait for a judgment call on the hearing, and Totally Wicked don't have a clue. But she said she would come back to me with clarification. I'm going to give her a call tomorrow and see if she knows any more. But yeah, even they don't know how long it's going to take to go through.
So could that put a delay on the TPD?
Ooh. They don't know. It's crazy to say it, isn't it, right now? But even Totally Wicked don't know how long it'll take for a judgment. They don't know. They don't know. So yeah, I'm waiting for Totally Wicked. I'm waiting for Rachel to come back to me. Hopefully, I'll speak to her tomorrow.
Right. So could my question is, could the TPD still be initiated with the court case still pending?
As far as I'm aware, the only reason the TPD will not go through is if Totally Wicked either win or appeal. If they lose, if they appeal,
right,
it will be delayed until that judgment comes through. But as far as I'm aware, from what Rachel said to me, they really don't have any idea. And we're waiting for October the 1st, and we're waiting to find out the judgment on the CJEU, and then if they win, then fair enough. TPD is absolutely screwed. If they lose, then they will appeal, and then it will put a delay.
How many times can they appeal? Just the once?
I think just once, yeah. I think if you appeal for anything through CJEU, you can appeal once, and then if that is then found to be a no or a yes, then that's it. That's it, folks.
Right. Scary times.
I'm just trying to get this competition up and running.
All right.
Chris Harrison said he's done the competition entry, but the competition's not even up, so I can't work out how he's done that.
He must have done the other one for the Odyssey, for the votes for who is the most good-looking thing tonight.
Damon, do we know how many signatures TW actually got?
What, up to date?
Yeah.
About 50,000.
Right.
James said.
Yeah.
So for John Abbott wanted to know, yes, they did get the 50,000.
Yeah. So if you haven't signed, sign it.
Yeah. So if there's anybody in this chat that hasn't signed, I'll put the link in right now, and you can sign. I'll put the link into the chat now. Is there anybody who hasn't signed in our chat yet? If there isn't, then why haven't you signed?
It is still amazing how many people are completely unaware. I mean, last week I put just went through all the Facebook groups and put in some information about signing it, and the amount of responses back saying what's this all about, what's the TPD, is pretty scary, really.
It is, considering how much we're spreading it around in how many groups that completely ignore us. Darren Stone has just asked, so the May 20th date could be put back if it doesn't go our way. Yeah, that's right. If they appeal, if it doesn't go our way, then it will be delayed.
Yeah. Which basically, that's what all they're doing is delay the inhabit. So I'm gonna go gangster and put the hat on.
But I don't care. Yeah, I do care hugely, obviously, but Vape Collective will still go ahead the week after, whether it's legal or not legal. We'll have a massive rave in a field illegally.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, more people need to sign Article 20. Share. Do people's heads in. Get everybody to sign. If you're going to go to see your GP tomorrow, then get your GP to sign it. If you're going to go and see your MP at any time this week, get your MP to have a look at it. You know, there's a lot of MPs out there that are in favour of vaping, even if they're not towing the corporate, political line. So yeah, get them to, just anybody, public health people, anybody you can possibly think of, get them to sign the Article 20 legal challenge, for God's sake.
Do it now!
You know, I mean, some people have cynically said to me, well, this is just an excuse for Totally Wicked to do some data mining. Yeah, maybe so, but sign it anyway. They're our only hope, Luke.
They are. That's the unfortunate thing. They are now. You know, all the petitions that people are presenting to the government, they won't mean anything.
They're more or less meaningless. You're right, James. Yeah.
So what's I keep moving the tangent a little bit. What's everybody looking forward to? New mods coming out. Everybody got something in the pipeline? I know Tom's normally got something that he wants to vape on next.
I have got something coming. I've got my PWM that I've got here. This is an 18650 series. I've got the Big Daddy coming for it. I've got the 26650 PWM series coming for it. So I'm gonna have the little boy and the Big Daddy. So I can't wait for that for the next couple of weeks.
Powerful.
I saw something on Facebook earlier today. I don't know how true it is, but Sigeli 75 watt may be coming out as a 26650 battery size.
Fucking hell, that'd be good.
So what, the Sigeli 75 watt as a 26650?
Yeah, not an 18650, which would have improved the battery life on it.
Oh yeah. Well, it won't actually improve the battery life. You just have more battery capacity.
Yeah, so then it'll improve the battery life, you penis.
No, it won't. It doesn't improve the battery life if you stick a bigger battery in. You just
if
stuck
it's
a
got
bigger
more
battery.
MAR though, Rick, it'll improve the battery life, won't it?
But yeah, the battery's got more MAR. But if you stick like a 20, if you stick an
It's not going
18650,
to go any higher than 75 watts, but it's going to last a lot longer than 18650, you wallet.
Rick's such a big queen.
no, fuck off. No, the mod's
off, you
battery
little
life. Right, fuck off, you fat little cunt. The mod's battery.
Oi, Gary Spice, shut it.
We are the Spice Girls. Tom's baby. Fuck knows what Damien is.
Jig to the left.
My fucking hair's mashed up.
Oh well, I'm sure no one else is concerned about that. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to 17 minutes time.
What's that? You can get this. You can get it all off. We'll put more on.
Get it more.
God,
get it all off.
These wigs are quite itchy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We've had R. Kelly in the Vapors TV chat say, ask if we were pufters, and he says he's learned all this British slang for the in-betweeners.
Ah, right.
There you go.
Yeah.
life.
Fuck off, you cock gobbler.
Now you fucking bus wanker. Get on the bus.
Good. There you go. R. Kelly.
Is it the real life? I wonder. Is he a vape?
No. No, I don't think so.
He's not going to try piss on you, is he?
Stick it in the closet. No.
Yeah. So what else is coming out that's good? Anything?
Well, DNA 200 seems to be
what?
for me.
Yeah. DNA 200. He's interested in that. No one.
I think there's one coming to me from a a Chinese company, strangely enough, that contacted me.
It's definitely going to be a CNA fucking 200.
We'll see when it gets here. It'll probably take 6 months anyway.
Fucking already cloned the chip.
No, it's an original.
I've got my authentic Stormbox coming.
Paris
Ooh.
Expo on the weekend. Paris Expo.
Are you going?
Oh yeah.
No. I wish. But there's about 250, 200 fucking vendors.
Yeah. Team Yorkshire Vapors going, aren't they?
250?
Yeah, there's like 200 vendors going.
What's the venue? Do you know, Tom?
It's the Grand Hall in Paris.
The what?
The Grand,
I've never been to Paris,
Hall,
so
the Grand Hall in Paris.
I wouldn't know. Dino Knight, looks like you guys have come out tonight. Yep.
So is that
James is well into it.
James, all he's done is play with his hair. He's like teasing you guys.
I might grow my hair now.
Grow your hair. A likely story.
I wouldn't do it. This is a novelty for Damon, though.
Fucking
No,
everyday
it
life.
has happened before. It has happened before, but every time hasn't been for my own personal gratification. It's always been for charity.
But what I mean is having hair.
That's a relatively new thing, yes.
Well, having hair or not having hair?
Well, I've shaved down below, especially for tonight. Well, obviously, yeah. This,
Hairy ass!
no, around my pubic mole.
God.
Are you generally wearing a thong?
I don't want to see if he is.
Rick is.
I'm not. I'm wearing
Well, I could
shorts.
say 50 quid into the fund, and I will twerk before the end of the programme. I don't know.
I think a twerk with a slut drop.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, if my knees will take it.
You're always on it.
Your
always
knees will
on
take
it.
it, baby.
You're always on your knees, you dirty perv.
That's what it means. He's not used to getting up often.
No, I wish I could come back with a rebuttal for that, but no, you can't.
Someone said earlier this is probably ironically, the most serious show we've done. I can't remember who said it, but they're probably right.
I don't know. Yeah, the one with what's his name? Dimitri. That was pretty serious. But
Oh
fun.
yeah, that was a brilliant show. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that. Why can't Damon bring something like that to the team?
Sorry, who was that? I missed that.
Dimitri.
I like to give a fine balance between serious and not quite so serious.
So when's the serious side coming out?
All the time. Look at the website. That's serious shit.
I think your top post is being in drag today.
It is. Yeah. I wanted to make everybody aware of that, and you know, move on.
So yeah, guys, Chris has posted a link. If someone donates 50 quid into that, we're going to get a twerk and a slut drop from Damon.
Come on, guys. 50 quid. Who wants to see my arse crack?
Just by the way, guys, it doesn't have to be one person that donates 50 quid. It can be overall more people.
Yeah. You know, if it's 5 people donating a tenner each, I'll still do that slut drop and twerk.
We're running out of time. We've got 12 minutes.
In Yorkshire, twerk means off to work.
Not for you, though, Tom.
Dad, where are you?
Wow. Just wow. I'm a bit thrown off with the costumes. Tom just looks like normal.
Yeah.
So I am fucking wearing a dress and a cardi.
Stand up and give us a 12.
Look, I'm wearing a fucking dress. Fuck me. What more could you want?
It's not got sparkles on it though, has it?
Does it fuck? And my hair's fucking mashing up all fucking time. Fucking diva.
You have never sounded so less Leeds as you do tonight.
Guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? It's because I'm worth it.
I'd just like to say that I am now in second place.
Yes! Am I, baby?
I'm just behind Tom.
Come on, guys. Keep voting.
Coming up the rear.
Literally. Why am I last? Come on. I'm wearing a bra.
Because you are one ugly son of a fucking bitch.
I basically remind people of what they used to see when they were 16. They woke up in the morning, their mum used to cook them breakfast. What the fucking egg with that?
Oh my god, can't wait to get this.
Dale's just put Damon dance for me, bitch. Does that mean you just put in 50 quid, Dale?
Hang on.
Damon, dance for me, bitch.
Yes, he has.
He's done it!
Jesus wept, are you kidding?
Dale's
No,
done it!
yes.
Dale's
Okay,
done
right, okay. Seriously, I need to
Yes.
check this first before I do
Dale's done
anything.
it! Dale's done it!
I'm gonna check it.
He's done
This
it.
could be
50
like
quid.
this could be like a Marvel post-credit scene.
For 50 quid. 50
Wait,
quid
by the-
dance for me, bitch.
I think we should leave this.
Whore.
I think we should leave this till the last minute of the show, and then we
Yeah,
can
why
end
not?
it.
Oh my God, £810, Dale. You are an absolute fucking star, mate. And thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, I will twerk. I will slut drop. But we'll need a change of location.
Yeah, but I mean, music-wise, we can't actually play any music, otherwise YouTube will pull this video. So we need to just sort of do, you know, the Ricky Gervais.
The monkey dance.
We'll do it for you. We'll do it for you, and then you can dance.
More like bow chicka wow wow, isn't it?
Well done, Dale.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Dale spent less in a strip club.
Yeah, but I love how he come with Damon, dance for me, bitch.
I tell you what, my dog has never looked at me so strangely as when I came into the front room tonight.
Oh, I don't know. There was that. No.
Dale, the dearest twerk I've ever paid for.
Oh dear me.
Someone get me some tequila.
What you guys don't know is Damon's got a load of people around his house.
Yeah.
And he's actually twerking.
It's a bit of a party here tonight. Well, actually, they've gone home now, the board, but my wife's still here, and she likes my ass, in drag or not.
She has to. She's really inclined to sort of like it, though, isn't she?
Well, yeah, biased. Hang on, what's this?
Rick Pete said, "Get out the EJ album."
I
don't have the EJ album.
I've got a cherry vodka shot for my twerk. So, I'm just gonna
drip it down
have
your
a bit of
chest?
Dutch courage. If I don't win on Facebook tonight for this twerk, I'm gonna be so pissed off. By the way.
Come on, guys, keep voting for me. Come on, guys, keep voting for me.
Ready?
Rammed it.
Ready? Well, we've still got a few minutes left.
All right. Okay.
So let's just go through again. The competition's going to be live straight after the show. It's going to be on vapetalkuk.co.uk. Just click the competition tab and you can enter that. It's a very easy question. It's basically, what did we dress up as tonight? Yeah. I can't remember the options I put down. Women, pigs, which it could be right for both really. I think we could have both answers, or dogs. I think dogs. Again, could be right. I'll have to check what answers I put on, but yeah. And that's for a genuine copper nemesis and a genuine limitless with a battery.
Limitless RDA.
Limitless RDA, yeah, with a battery. So that's cool. And for all you guys that don't know what Pete is on about, I was telling a story about how I used to have Dance EJ, and me and my friend spent hours creating a whole album, and we called it God Nation. And we even got to the point, right? This is how Photoshop started for me. We got to the point where we made a cover for it, and we had a scanner. Not forgetting, this was sort of in late 90s. We got a scanner, and we both scanned our faces, and then put clouds around it so that like our faces were coming through the clouds. Shocking.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
So, for the last few minutes, are we going to touch on anything serious apart from obviously my arse?
Nope.
I think we're serious enough tonight. I think we covered the points that need to be covered.
Why don't we ask the chat what their favourite mod is at the moment then, or the
Have we got any questions yet, have we, tonight?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Any questions, guys? Then put them forward for the panel. We'll try and answer them.
And just to let everybody know, people still have asked me how come Grumpy's on. The reason Grumpy's on because he's now part of the artillery of Vape.UK. Once every 4 weeks, Damon will be on giving us the war report.
Right from the bunker.
For some reason, he managed to worm himself on this episode as well.
The self-publicising bastard. DI that fucker.
He basically said, seriously, guys, if I dress in drag, can you have me on, please?
Fucking paid us all to get in drag.
Holy shit. What have I done to my credibility?
Nothing.
What credibility?
I think you need to go and set up your dance station now, don't you?
Someone
Badger's asking what cup size this is, but I can't tell him because that would be giving away personal information about my missus. Let's just say it's fucking huge.
You know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with 15 seconds. We can have 15 seconds of audio, can't we?
Yeah.
No, we'll just to say safe, we'll do the backing track for you.
Okay. All
We
right.
can do it now. Let's do it now. So, Tom, if you want to drop a beat, I'll put it on.
Hang on. I need to get into position.
Yeah, no, we'll just get it going. So, Tom, drop a beat. Right, James, let's have a bit of sax.
Wow, wow.
Come on, let's keep it going. A little bit of hi-hat.
Can we not sing a song instead?
Right. How am I in the picture at the moment? Can you...
The camera needs to go up a little bit.
Don't flip-flops, no! What are those?
How's that?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sludge out!
Rick, I'm on straight.
There's no twerking going on. There's no twerking. Oh, shit.
Round of applause! Hey!
Oh my god.
What a slag.
Darren Stone just said this is like the worst YouBorn vid ever.
50 quid. Dale.
DG Imagery says someone passed me the eye bleach. That was worth it. That was worth 50 quid.
Dale, a big thank you. Thank you for another 50 quid.
For a final question, right, one word each. What do you think about the Velocity clone? Tom?
Fuck off.
That's 2 words. James?
Clone.
Damon.
Well,
No, one word.
One word. One
That's it,
word.
that is one word. Well.
cunt.
What?
Cunts.
No, I'll be serious and say airy. Alright, we're going to go now, guys. Thank you very much for
Oh, we
tuning
are.
in.
Thanks, guys.
It's
Good
been
evening,
fun.
guys. Thanks, Vic.
Night.
Bye.